Hello Vikings fans, major roster shakeup in Minnesota as the team pulls off a strategic move that could prove to be a game changer, with free agency in full swing. The Vikings front office wasted no time securing a key addition to their offensive line in a move that caught many off guard. Minnesota has officially agreed to terms with a battle-tested veteran who brings versatility and experience to the trenches. This latest signing is not just about depth. It is about securing protection for the future of the franchise and ensuring stability in one of the team's most crucial positions. And now, it is official, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive lineman Justin Skule is heading to Minnesota in a calculated move by the Vikings front office. Skule, a proven swing tackle with years of NFL experience, will play a critical role in solidifying the team's offensive line rotation. The 28-year-old lineman spent the past 3 seasons with the Buccaneers, appearing in all 17 games last season and making 5 starts. He has built a reputation as a reliable backup capable of stepping into starting roles when called upon. His ability to perform at both tackle positions makes him a valuable asset, especially considering the injury concerns surrounding left tackle Christian Darrisaw. Minnesota's decision to bring in Skule is a direct response to Darrisaw's ongoing recovery after suffering a major knee injury last season. The Vikings cannot afford to leave their offensive line exposed, and Skule's presence ensures they have an experienced option ready to step up if needed. His time in Tampa Bay saw him filling in across multiple positions, proving his adaptability and ability to handle high-pressure situations. His experience against some of the NFL's toughest defensive fronts will be a major boost for the Vikings as they look to fortify their protection unit and prepare for the challenges ahead. Skule's NFL journey has been one of resilience and adaptability. Originally drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 6th round of the 2019 NFL Draft, he began his career as a backup tackle, but quickly earned playing time over his first 2 seasons. He appeared in 31 games for San Francisco, making 12 starts primarily at left tackle and occasionally filling in at right guard. His ability to step into multiple roles made him a valuable asset early on, but an ACL injury in 2021 temporarily derailed his momentum. After his release by the 49ers, he found a new home in Tampa Bay, where he spent the last 3 seasons in his tenure with the Buccaneers. Skule developed into a dependable swing tackle, providing essential depth for an offensive line that dealt with its own injury challenges. In 2024, he was called upon to start 5 games and logged snaps at both left and right tackle. His ability to adapt and perform under pressure helped stabilize Tampa Bay's offensive front during key moments of the season. His performance metrics reflect his steady contributions, with Pro Football Focus grading him at 69.2 for his efforts last season, highlighting his effectiveness in both pass protection and run blocking as the Vikings continue their efforts to build a stronger offensive unit. Skule's addition aligns with their broader strategy of fortifying the trenches, alongside the recent acquisitions of center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries. His presence further solidifies Minnesota's commitment to improving their offensive line depth, ensuring that the team remains prepared for any potential setbacks in the upcoming season. Skule's NFL journey has been one of resilience and adaptability. Originally drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 6th round of the 2019 NFL Draft, he began his career as a backup tackle, but quickly earned playing time over his first 2 seasons. He appeared in 31 games for San Francisco, making 12 starts primarily at left tackle and occasionally filling in at right guard. His ability to step into multiple roles made him a valuable asset early on, but an ACL injury in 2021 temporarily derailed his momentum. After his release by the 49ers, he found a new home in Tampa Bay, where he spent the last 3 seasons in his tenure with the Buccaneers. Skule developed into a dependable swing tackle, providing essential depth for an offensive line that dealt with its own injury challenges. In 2024, he was called upon to start 5 games and logged snaps at both left and right tackle. His ability to adapt and perform under pressure helped stabilize Tampa Bay's offensive front during key moments of the season. His performance metrics reflect his steady contributions with Pro Football Focus, grading him at 69.2 for his efforts last season, highlighting his effectiveness in both pass protection and run blocking over the course of his career. Skule has played a total of 833 snaps at left tackle and 234 at right tackle, demonstrating his versatility across multiple positions. His experience in high-pressure situations will be invaluable for the Vikings as they prepare for a physically demanding season. With the departure of veteran swing tackle David Quisenberry, the Vikings saw an immediate need to reinforce their offensive line depth. Skule's signing addresses that concern while also ensuring Minnesota has a reliable insurance policy should Christian Darrisaw face any setbacks in his recovery. Minnesota's front office has been strategic in its offseason moves, not only revamping their offensive line, but also focusing on retaining key players and adding experienced depth across multiple positions. The impact of Skule's signing extends beyond just being a backup option. He will play a vital role in training camp, pushing other linemen to perform at a higher level, while also providing a strong veteran presence in the locker room with the NFL season. Fast approaching his presence on the roster gives the Vikings flexibility, allowing the coaching staff to deploy him in various roles based on game day needs. His experience with different offensive schemes and ability to transition between positions makes him a valuable asset for a team looking to contend in a highly competitive NFC. While the Buccaneers focused on maintaining continuity along their offensive line, the loss of Skule presents a challenge for Tampa Bay's depth chart. His departure leaves a void in their roster as they now lack a proven swing tackle capable of stepping in when needed. This could push the Bucs to explore options in free agency or the NFL draft, as their current depth does not offer a player with the same level of experience and versatility as Skule for Minnesota. However, this acquisition reinforces their commitment to strengthening the offensive line, a unit that faced numerous setbacks in 2024. Injuries plagued the group, especially after Christian Darrisaw suffered a severe knee injury, forcing the coaching staff to make constant adjustments throughout the season. Despite these challenges, the team showed resilience and was determined to address these issues in the offseason. Skule's addition, along with the signings of center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries, signals a clear effort to build a more durable and reliable offensive front. Skule's signing not only provides depth, but also competition within the offensive line room. At 6'6" and 315 pounds, he brings a strong physical presence to the unit. His ability to transition between different positions on the line will give the coaching staff greater flexibility when structuring game plans and making adjustments throughout the season. His familiarity with both tackle spots and even some experience at right guard means the Vikings now have a player capable of stepping in across multiple roles whenever necessary. One of the key factors in evaluating offensive linemen is their performance under pressure. Last season, Skule allowed 12 pressures and 4 sacks across 213 pass blocking snaps, numbers that, while not elite, still reflect a solid level of play considering he was stepping in as a backup in challenging situations. His 69.2 grade from Pro Football Focus further emphasizes his effectiveness, particularly in run blocking and pass protection, which will be crucial for a Vikings offense aiming to protect its quarterback and establish a strong running game in the upcoming season. Skule's transition to the Vikings also represents a fresh start for him. After spending the last 3 seasons with Tampa Bay, he now has the opportunity to establish himself as a key rotational player in Minnesota. His time with the Buccaneers saw him playing a variety of roles, primarily as a backup, but he was frequently called upon when injuries impacted the starting lineup. During the 2024 season, he started in place of right tackle Luke Goedeke for 4 consecutive games, and and later stepped in at left tackle when Tristan Wirfs was sidelined. His ability to adjust to different roles within the offensive line showcased his adaptability and reliability attributes that the Vikings coaching staff will value highly. One of the most notable aspects of Skule's 2024 campaign was his ability to improve. As the season progressed early on, he struggled against elite pass rushers, including a tough matchup against Detroit Lions star Aiden Hutchinson, where he allowed multiple pressures and sacks. However, as he settled into his role, his performance stabilized and he became a dependable piece in Tampa Bay's offensive scheme. Pro Football Focus credited him with allowing just a 2.5% pressure rate for the remainder of the season, highlighting his growth and ability to adjust to the speed and complexity of NFL defenses. The Vikings' offensive line is undergoing a transformation as the team continues to reshape its roster through free agency and strategic acquisitions. Skule is joining a group that has seen significant changes, with Ryan Kelly taking over at center and Will Fry stepping in at guard. These moves indicate that Minnesota is prioritizing protection and stability up front, ensuring that their offense can operate efficiently without the disruptions caused by injuries that plagued them last season. His experience as a depth piece in San Francisco and Tampa Bay gives him a well-rounded perspective on different offensive schemes, making him an asset not just in games, but also during practices and film study sessions. His presence in the locker room adds another veteran voice to the offensive line room, helping younger linemen develop and refine their technique as the team prepares for the upcoming season. His ability to step in when needed without disrupting the overall chemistry of the offensive line will be critical as the Vikings aim to build a stronger and more resilient unit. Minnesota's aggressive approach to free agency has been a defining factor in their offseason strategy, and Skule signing is yet another calculated move by the front office, with the Vikings prioritizing depth and stability on the offensive line. His presence ensures that the team has a seasoned backup who can step in when necessary. His addition becomes even more crucial considering the challenges Minnesota faced in 2024 when multiple offensive linemen were sidelined due to injuries, including their star left tackle Christian Darrisaw. Beyond just being a safety net for the team, Skule's experience in high-pressure situations gives the coaching staff greater flexibility in structuring game day plans. His ability to fill multiple positions across the line allows Minnesota to adjust formations and blocking schemes depending on the opponent's defensive strengths. Last season, he demonstrated this adaptability by playing significant snaps at both left and right tackle, proving his ability to switch roles seamlessly without disrupting the offensive rhythm. At 6'6" and 315 pounds, Skule possesses the size and strength to hold his own against elite pass rushers. His tenure with the Buccaneers saw him line up against some of the toughest defensive linemen in the league, and while he faced initial struggles, his performance improved as the season progressed, showing his capability to adjust to different defensive schemes. Pro Football Focus metrics highlight his effectiveness, particularly in run blocking, where he helped create key lanes for Tampa Bay's rushing attack. Despite his role primarily being that of a backup, he was frequently thrust into starting duties when injuries impacted the lineup, and his ability to step up without hesitation has made him a valuable asset for every team he has played. For looking at Minnesota's broader offensive strategy, the addition of Skule is part of a larger effort to ensure their offensive line remains one of the most fortified units in the NFL. With the recent acquisitions of center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fry, the Vikings have assembled a formidable group that can withstand the physical demands of a full NFL season as they gear up for the upcoming campaign. Skule's presence adds another layer of security to an offense that is expected to be a key factor in Minnesota's playoff aspirations. While the Vikings have made significant moves to reinforce their offensive line, Skule's arrival also marks an important transition for Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers have retained most of their key offensive starters from last season, but losing a versatile swing tackle like Skule creates a gap in their depth chart. His ability to step in at multiple positions was a crucial factor in Tampa Bay's offensive stability, especially when their starting tackles Tristan Wirfs and Luke Goedeke dealt with injuries in 2024 with his departure. The Buccaneers will now have to look towards the NFL draft or remaining free agents to find a suitable replacement. As for Minnesota, the signing of Skule is a testament to their proactive approach in assembling a well-rounded roster to navigate the challenges of an NFL season. His ability to step into different roles within the offensive line provides the Vikings with a layer of security that few teams possess at this stage of the offseason. As the team finalizes its preparations for the season, Skule will have the opportunity to showcase his value in training camp, competing for playing time and proving he can be more than just a depth piece. His experience against elite pass rushers and his steady development over the years make him a strong candidate to contribute whenever needed for a franchise aiming to make a deep playoff run. Every roster move matters, and this calculated addition aligns perfectly with Minnesota's broader vision of building a dominant and resilient unit up front. His presence also provides leadership and guidance for younger offensive linemen, helping to strengthen the team's overall chemistry and readiness as the season approaches. With a revamped offensive line and a clear commitment to stability in the trenches, the Vikings are positioning themselves as serious contenders in the NFC. Thank you for tuning in. Go Vikings!